I know everything good for eat, good for talk. Unless you talk and taste your tongue. This is talking on purpose. It's that time of year again. The celebration of International Women's Day at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. International Women's Day is a global celebration of the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. Its central objective is to raise awareness about the challenges women continue to face and accelerate work for gender parity. The United Nations theme for 2024 is Count Her In, accelerating gender equality through economic empowerment. For 2024, the EMC VPA celebrate women whose contributions include preserving and promoting the work of men who are acknowledged as nation builders. In the 60th year since the repatriation of the remains of Marcus Garvey to the land of his birth, we celebrate Amy Jakes Garvey. Amy Euphemia Jakes, pioneering black female journalist and publisher of the 20th century.
He was of humble birth and was the 8th child of Sarah and Marcus Mosiah Garvey Sr. Garvey was born in an atmosphere of prophecy. When his father first saw him, so close a resemblance did he bear him. He was overcome with joy, and he lifted him up in his arms and cried out, "Your name shall be Mosiah, and you shall someday be a Moses." There was nothing in the drab lamplit setting in which Garvey stood to speak in his native St. Anne that night in October 1914, which gave the slightest flicker of the shape of things to come. No one present, not even Garvey himself, believed that the stern-faced man standing so nervously before him in Jamaica would someday hold a star aloft and urge millions to gaze on it and follow him. Marcus Garvey set out on the lonely trail of smashing many of the preconceived ideas which made the black man inferior in his thinking, such as to believe that he was belonging to a vicious and predestined evil race, that God and the angels were white, that he, the black man, personified the devil, who was reputedly black, that he was the likeness of black magic and misfortune, the son of Ham, a hewer of wood and drawer of water, and that all the creation of the dominant white civilization, calculated to foster the concept of white supremacy, was ordained by God. Garvey was an angry man. He smote his chest and demanded to know the author of the scurrilous wicked forgery 4,000 years after Noah had gone to his grave in peace. When he spoke in Madison Square Garden, he served notice on all the nations squatting in Africa to get out before the wrath of 400 million black men, women, and children hurled them into the sea. Arising from obscurity, Garvey's never-to-be-forgotten oratory took him to the very apex of fame. Millions unquestionably followed him. Such were the conditions of his people bowed down with inferiority complex for hundreds of years that Garvey visibly touched to tears and compassion in the deliverance of his message emphatically thundered, "Up, ye mighty race! You can accomplish what you will."
Amy Jakes also embraced and expressed her own philosophy on the conditions of women. She was fearless in categorizing the place of black people in the world.
When you hear that Jamaica, independent Jamaica, has a black prime minister, you say, well, those people are in power. That's black power. But that's baloney. That is hogwash. That's a damn lie. Forces will fight.
We celebrate the pioneering Alpharetta Constancia Anderson. You may know her as Rita Marley, a former student of the summer program in dance at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts.
Well, Bob was really sort of like, don't speak to women, don't speak to girls. Peter and Bonnie was more like the jovial type.
Oh, Bob didn't want to speak to, oh, he was too, what was, he didn't.
I'm surprised.
Really? He was too serious? He was too serious about the music?
Very serious about his music and very into, because he's such a great songwriter that
yes,
his
very true.
Attention and time was mainly about his music.
So what was it?
As we celebrate International Women's Day 2024, imagine a gender-equal world. Imagine a world free of biases, stereotypes, and discrimination. Imagine a world that's diverse, equitable, and inclusive. A world where difference is valued and celebrated, and we dance that to the electric boogie.
You gotta know it, it's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, that you can't hold it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, but you know it's there. Here, there, and everywhere. I've got to move. I'm going on a party ride. I've got to groove, groove, groove. And from this music I just can't hide. Are you coming with me? Come, let me take you on a party ride. And I'll teach you, teach you, teach you. I'll teach you the electric slide. Some say it's a mistake. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. You can't resist it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. You can't do without it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Thinking of Miss Somebody, she's a chicken, a feeling jolly, she's a moving along with
My name is Amina Blackwood Meeks. I thank you so much for being with us on this edition of Talking on Purpose and look forward to seeing you and your comments and your questions next time.